Okay, so going over the first prompt, I believe that abolishing the police is not beneficial to society because it's too risky and ignores the reality that we live in. I don't think we can just wish away violent crime in emergency situations. Abolition would almost immediately create unregulated zones where chaos erupts, and then the people who are going to suffer the most are the people who are vulnerable and they benefit the most from the police protecting them. So instead of tearing down the whole structure and risking a spike in crime, I think instead we should put our attention towards a radical reform where we should be getting police out of jobs that they aren't qualified for and trained for, such as mental health crisis. So this could be done by funding community alternatives, but it also means keeping police for actual violent and necessary emergencies while still making them more accountable. So we need things like independent oversight that actually bites, demilitarization, and strong bias training, and we can't let the obsession with perfection stop us from improvement. And then for the second prompt, universal basic income is beneficial to society because it promotes social welfare through reducing poverty and empowering individuals to pursue education and entrepreneurship. By giving regular people unconditional cash cushion reduces financial stress and improves mental health. So I don't think that people are lazy when you remove the fear of ruin and you free them up to invest their future. I think that people can go back to school or learn a new trade or start a business, and by doing that you'll fuel local economic growth. And for UBI to be successful, I think you need trust, and you need to be able to trust people to know what they need most. We should keep it universal and unrestricted so that we can cut down on bureaucratic waste and give people the autonomy that they need to lift themselves up. So I think that UBI is a practical solution and it makes society more stable. And for the third prompt, I think that forcing prisoners to work without pay is morally wrong. And I think it's just exploitation that is masquerading as punishment. So I think when you make people work under threat of worse conditions and denying them fair wages, that they aren't going to be rehabilitated when they get out. And the idea that this somehow repays a debt or it helps poor communities, I think this is just a distraction. I think it's creating an incentive to keep prisons full, which could lead to unfairly longer sentences or higher rates of incarceration and more targeting of marginalized groups. So I think the focus of a prison should be rehabilitation, and prisoners should be paid a fair, market comparable wage for the work and have some of that revenue go towards victim restitution. So lots of prisoners before they were arrested were supporting their family financially, and now these prisoners who were supporting their family financially can no longer do so. And also other prisoners, when they get out and they have no money saved up, I think that they are going to have a lower chance at coming back to being outside of prison. And that's all.